virtual webinar now.
Is it getting recorded?
You all are live, ready to go. All the best.
Hello everyone, welcome to the another virtual webinar of L&D Global Bhubaneswar chapter. I'm super excited to have you all here, excited about all the amazing conversation that is going to happen today. As you all know that we have been surviving in this pandemic since 8 months. And we have to now let go the panic and start being resilient and fight with the situation. This is something which all of us need to program our mind, brain properly. How can stay productive? And yes, that is the agenda of today's topic. So about our speaker, so I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our today's guest, Miss Gloria Su. So joining us today is a super woman and an amazing visionary. And when I'm saying amazing, I mean it. What is special about her is she loves helping, mentoring, inspiring, and nurturing talents over the past 20 years of her career. She has many notable certifications to her credits, such as she is a certified NLP trainer by the American Board of NLP, a certified professional business coaching alliance, as well International Coaching Federation. Using NLP tools and techniques, she has helped many SME business owners for smooth, successful succession plan. She is an innovative thinker and mover of a dynamic and growing enterprise. So today, she will be enlightening us on how to stay focused and productive during the times of crisis. So let us welcome Miss Gloria Su. Miss Gloria, it is so good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us today. And also we are looking forward to learn from you today. So before starting today's webinar, requesting participants to stay muted and switch your videos off when the speaker is speaking. And if there is anything to ask or anything to share, please use your chat box here. Thank you so much, team. Over to Gloria.
Thank you so much, Prita. And I want to also thank a few people who actually invited me for today's talk. Pastor Ram, of course, who introduced me to Raja, and the president also, of course, Josaban, for this opportunity to speak. But I'm going to share my slides. Can you see the slides? Were you able to see the slides?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
great.
Gloria, visible.
All right, great. Okay,
Very vibrating, rainbow.
That's right. Okay, so our topic for today is staying focused and productive in times of crisis. Now, I'd like to warm up this situation a little bit, so all of us will get to know each other. I'd like to hear from you. How many of you actually put on weight the last 6 months? Just type in. Like how many kilos? Anyone? All of you never? I definitely put on about 5 kilos because I sat so much. Oh, no one is sharing? Or is it that I cannot see the message that comes in?
Yeah, everybody's responding the chat box. Can you see that?
Okay. I can't see the response. Let me just see. I can't see the response somehow. Hang on. All right, yes, 12. Okay, some of you actually reduced weight, and then some of you put on 12 kilos. I put on 5. Yeah, you know, right? I get 2.7 kilos, are very accurate, 5 kilos. A lot of us actually put on weight, but I've got a few of my friends who actually told me that they actually lost about 10 kilos. It's like a deliberate exercise and cut down the food. So of course, you know, this is signs that we have not been productive, including myself. You know, sometimes we thought that we are very productive because we are on Zoom, but because of the mobility that we have, we hardly walk, we're always sitting down, that becomes a problem. So even like for my case right now, I am doing my webinar. I've decided to do the last 2 months. I've decided to actually do my webinars, standing up, and also do all my meetings standing up as well. So this will actually help you to lose some weight. So this is when you will have a productive mind and time, as well as our health will be better as well. 50 kg. Wow, all right. So you need to actually plan towards weight loss. One of them is weight loss and being healthy. Okay, so it's been almost like 9 months since the global lockdown started. And there is like no end in sight. Okay, I know some of them was telling me that even in Singapore, that you know the third phase is coming up, and so they will be opening up for more people into groups of meetings, and we can carry on with our trainings in public, you know. But the fact is that, you know, our lifestyle has changed. All right, and when a difficult situation arises, people tend to panic, you know, and you know, as if like especially you are living in the area where social media centric nation. Okay, even like Singapore, we are constantly looking at updates. Newspaper were talking about the pandemic. I still remember in April when I have to force to myself to actually, I was forced to relocate back to Singapore. I was based in Thailand for about a year. And because my family is in Singapore, so I have to come home because my family doesn't felt safe for me to be there in case I'm hospitalized or something like that. So most of the situation, people do tend to exaggerate, you know, and we become worried about situation like that. And then sometimes because of the being worried, we panic, and then we stop doing a lot of things that we're supposed to be doing. We can't think properly. We have to watch the situation. So 6 months is actually enough to tell that we have reached a state of new normal, you know, at least now for the next 1 year. We know for the fact right now for the next 1 year what we need to do. All right. So in order to do that, we must first, you know, accept the reality that had changed the way we live globally. Do you agree or not? So please share with me, what is one area that you felt you have changed in terms of your style of working and also handling relationship? Just share and write into the group chat and see what are the things that has made you change. What are the one thing that has changed in your lifestyle? Like my case, my workplace has now been from home. That's number one. Number two, I spend a lot more time with my family. Yeah. And then, of course, I am also home-based a lot more. You want to share? Just one? Started investing more time in studying. That's amazing. That's great. Anyone else? New source of learning online courses. Yeah. Very good that you're actually upgrading your skills. Anyone else? Habits change overall. Okay, most of you went to take up new courses, learning guitars. Mental attitude is changed. That's amazing. They're really good. Created hobbies, amazing. So apart from all this positive development, apart from the weight that we mentioned earlier on, okay, networking as well, what other negative or rather not so good bad habits you have developed? Yeah, the digital platform stagnancy, yes. What are the bad habits you have developed? I will definitely speak about that later on, but right now, waking up late, yes. Learn all the household activity under compulsion, okay. More time on computer screen, yes. Being lazy, procrastinating, yes. Lose direct interaction skills, sleep cycle disturbed, late nights, depending a lot on gadgets. Yeah, comfort zone, right? Yeah, these are all the things that we have developed. So we know that feeling lethargic is true, and anxious and stressed, need to watch that. No eating in a proper time, which is true. Yeah, so all these are negative implication to our life, all right? So when we accept the reality that has changed the way we live, right, globally, we actually would be, okay, before I go there, maybe I should just introduce myself a little bit more. So let me just move my slides. Oops. Okay, so I'd like to actually thank you just now. You've introduced me, but I would like to also share a little bit about what I do. Basically, my core business is in business coaching. I'm also a business consultant at the same time. So I help a lot of business owners transit their business into either growth or actually reduction, succession planning, as well as legacy planning. So NLP is only part of the tool, though I'm a trainer, but I'm also using NLP for effective relationship between bosses and employees, as well as parents and children. Okay, so ICF is one of the coaching tools that I've helped a lot of my coaches to develop, to become a professional. So I'm a managing partner of NLP Top Coach based in Thailand. I'm still running this company. However, it is on a remote basis from Singapore. So I'm managing my sales team from Singapore. Right now, I'm actually helping PMETs, right, to transit from employment to entrepreneurship as well. Because why? A lot of people are losing their job. I'm not sure about India, but definitely Singapore, a lot of them, also in Malaysia and Thailand. Okay, so what happened is that all these professionals, they don't have to start from scratch. I just help them to transit based on their skills at this present moment to help them move into business coaching. All right, so this is what I'm currently doing. Anyway, you all can actually add me into my new Telegram so we can get connected more. Okay, now these are the topics that I want to talk about. You know, we need to accept the change, the reality that we have changed the way we live our life, okay, globally. So what does it mean by that? Whether we like it or not, our circumstances have changed. So we are forced to be flexible, isn't it? We're forced to be flexible. You know, we cannot anticipate forward sometimes, but right now, at least a little bit more stabilized, we could anticipate what's coming up, whether it is the government, whether it is a global travel, you know, we sort of can adjust a little bit and be flexible about it. Okay, in fact, even my plans for training, I've moved everything to hybrid. Okay, hybrid training meaning both my partner is running the training in Thailand in a hotel because they can still run the program in hotel, and I'm running concurrently online for them. So it becomes a hybrid program. We have never anticipated that we want to do this system and this program as such. However, we became flexible to cater for everyone. All right. So we go with the flow of life right now, isn't it? Yeah, we shift our viewpoint, and of course, we become more observant of the surroundings. Okay, so once you are a bit more observant about the surrounding, you feel a little bit more secured as well. Because why? You realize that there are a lot of things out there that you're also learning new things, you're also changing, you're adapting. So we accept the fact that we are also responsible for our own health. Okay, so this is number one thing that I would like to bring it up, because health is precious, yeah? You know, without health, a lot of things you can't enjoy. So we must watch our health despite what's happening right now. We know that COVID is everywhere. We don't know when we're going to be exposed to it. So we need to watch our food intake. We need to watch our health. Okay, constantly drinking lots of water. So during this period of time, I also would urge that each and every one of us love your family. When I say love, you see, when you accept the reality that they are staying together with you, you need to embrace the change of having everyone at home. Okay, the first few months was hard for me too, because I'm so used to being independent, working outside without the kids, without noises, without activities that's going on in the house. So now I've learned to accept the fact that everyone have to function the home. So even my daughters have to use computer, and we are all online. We have to go into separate rooms to do our Zoom meetings. Okay, otherwise we'll be fighting for space. So we have learned to accept the fact that we go by schedule. We have a roster who's going to use which room at which hour. So we learn to love each other. We learn to accept, and this is the time to also build relationship. My neighbors are also fighting a lot. My first 2 weeks, I was fighting a lot with my husband as well. So when this happens, we need to be a little bit more, we need to stop being selfish, because everyone wants a piece of their space. They want a piece of their rights. So we need to learn to respect each other. Okay, when you learn to respect each other, regardless of their age, even though young kids, we need to also respect their time. We cannot tell them, oh, this is my priority, my time first. Now you please go away. Okay, please don't disturb me. Or sometimes you allow the kids to actually climb over to do a lot of things. We need to learn how to put them into a discipline corner, or maybe like tell them this is the time you can't come in, I'm having a meeting. So, or whatever that you may be, to adjust, all right? This is called loving your family. And we also stop being selfish. We must also unintentionally, okay, sometimes we unintentionally hurt our families. So we need to be aware of that. Learn to say sorry, learn to make up. Because I also have one friend of mine during this period, the last 6 months, actually went through divorce. They just cannot live along together, because both of them have been traveling a lot, and suddenly they are staying at home so much that they can't stay together anymore. So in the culture here in Singapore, sometimes, when they cannot communicate anymore, they just have one resolve. They just the one end result, it is to divorce. So even though I don't practice that a lot, but a lot of people are doing that. So we need to learn to listen, to adapt to each other's behavior. Okay, because sometimes even like now, I've been married to my husband 26 years. I realized one thing is that during the 26 years, right, so many things has changed. I have changed, he has changed. All right. So when both of us has changed, obviously, right, our expectations are also different. So we need to be able to communicate and adjust again, as if like we are in a new courtship, discover each other again. So that's when you can find harmony at home. All right. And okay, building a safety net is important too. So as a family unit, if you happen to be in a family where your job was at stake, and or rather you have actually lost a job, it's time for you to actually talk to your spouse and then discuss and see how to build your next income, so that you can actually survive, not just survive, but actually live a life, so that you won't fall into a trap of depression and things like that. So get help, do whatever you need to, maybe start a side hustle, do something together. There are so many things that you can actually start together as a family unit. I still remember few months back, where I was in the women's community, where I was doing this talk about how to actually start your own side hustle. So this lady, she has not been working for like 10 years, and she said she has no idea how to start anything new and don't think she can actually go back to work. Her husband lost a job, and so she was in the panic mode. Though they have a little bit of savings, but they said they're not sure if they can last 6 months. So that was when I actually told her that let's start a side hustle. She said she has got no idea how to do it. So what I did was actually to equip her with the knowledge of how to start her side hustle. Now, 3 months down the road, she's doing not bad. Just selling the strap to hang the mask, and then she's like selling in like a few $100s a day, just selling that and then exporting it out and selling it for $2 each, each strap. So just by doing so, she decided that, okay, this is going to be her business and income, and a few $100s a day is not bad, So in my opinion, just have to start somewhere, find someone who can help you. Okay, if you find that you have got no one to help you, I'm sure in this particular platform, when you talk to somebody will show you who to get help. You can even come to me, or can ask any of your friends around you. Okay, so find help, seek help. If you need to have income, start your side hustle. Don't be shy about asking, because this is a hard time, and we all need to be compassionate to each other. Okay, so we need to be able to build this part of the income for the family because survival comes first. All right. Then, of course, developing of new skills, which is really great that you invest in yourself, and then develop also a healthy spiritual mindset. Okay, when we accept that we have to actually move forward in our life, regardless what kind, I mean, whatever that may be, right? We need to first keep our mental health checked. So in order to keep that, having to check on your spiritual life is important. You must have a spiritual mindset. Knowing God, if you don't believe in God, then you must understand how to actually find your energy around you. Okay, so this is very important because this will keep you sane and then you will not enter into a state of depression. All right. And of course, you need to plan your career progression as well during this downtime, even though it is slow, but doesn't mean that you forgot about your own career commitment as well. Okay, so number 2 will be free yourself from the illusion of control. Learn not to be harsh to yourself or to your loved ones. All right. Fear actually sparks a deep desire to be in control, okay, of the external factors that are actually beyond control. This can actually lead to obsessiveness as well. So it depends on individual. Some of us were born with very high energy and we want fast pace. Someone like me, especially when I first started staying home, it was really hard because I felt that I could not control the situation. When I cannot control, I became a little bit upset and then tend to actually have anger towards a lot of issues. So I learned to control that. And after 2 months, I've decided to actually let go. When I let go, I realized that I'm less stressed and then physically and mentally, I'm more prepared to actually be relaxed and calm. So this may be one part of each and every one of us, right? Depending if you're not the calm type, you're not the introverted type, chances are you need to find your own inner peace, okay? And once you find and regain that inner peace, you will feel that there is this peace and you will learn to let go. Okay, so like my case, I learned to slow down and so that I'm not stressed because I realized over the past few months also that the pressure in my eye, because I've got also glaucoma. So in case you got things like that, you need to get it checked because pressure in your heart, state of heart, pressure in the state of your lung, and also your mind can actually cause a lot more damages to many parts of your body than you ever know. So we need to actually be aware of such situation and circumstance, and we must take health seriously. And also that's why depending on your personality, if you felt that you are someone very introverted and not so much of discipline, maybe you need to learn to be a little bit more disciplined. But if you're on the opposite side, you felt that you're a little bit more anxious like me, we need fast pace, right? So we need to learn how to calm down. So we need to have a balance. So how do you find balance? Only you know exactly what balance is. Only you know what kind of rest you need. Only you know exactly how much you can push yourself, all right? And then acknowledge that difficult days are actually also ahead of you. When we acknowledge that, then you also allow yourself to sulk, to cry, to mourn. Maybe you want to just go and run somewhere, and then just shout or scream or whatever. You need to do that to release your anger. Go ahead, explain to your family, let me have this chance at this opportunity for me to do that. I literally did that. I cycled all the way and then to the beach, and then I decided to have to go and scream near the beach. Let me just look at the message. I think someone sent a message in. It's not right. Yeah. Okay. Cannot find now. It's okay. All right. So learn to be able to pick yourself up quickly as well. In the event that you feel that you needed more rest or needed to cry, go ahead. However, do not sink into a state of depression and sabotage yourself by, self-pity. We need to pick ourselves up really quickly. All right. And if this is the time that you felt that you are under a lot of pressure after so many months, like some of my friends literally went through, she was okay in the first few months, but the last 2 weeks, she just changed. Things didn't go out well with her. Maybe times has already she sort of like internalized all her problems and realized that she couldn't get out of the situation, and she ran out of ideas. That's when she actually saw and she stopped from meeting up many of us. So I've decided to actually go to her place and then decided to help her out to free her mind from, nitpicking herself. All right. So you need to pick yourself up and then move forward. Okay. The third one will be live in the now. Okay. Not in the past, and then not in the future at this present moment. You can plan ahead in the future, but don't live in the future at this present moment. Because some of my friends say, oh, we need to now do this and do that. We don't know what's going to happen. You're going to be disappointed. So be prepared and live in the now. Okay, do not deceive yourself or deprive yourself from living in the here and now. Okay, I know some of my clients who are still living in the past, meaning their successes, their past success, and their glory days, they're still hanging on to that. They couldn't let go. Look, the times has changed. We need to move from offline to online. So the fact is that we need to change and transit. So we need to let go of the past glory and successes so that we can live in the now, so that from the now, we will gather all the knowledge we have and then move forward, okay? And follow the change, like I said earlier on, being a little bit more flexible, okay? Just trying to see the message. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let me just see now. Okay, so how many of you here could relate to me that you have actually started bad habits? What are the bad habits that you've actually started? I know a lot of my friends started Netflix for sure, like 50% of them have started Netflix, and then they are like on the binge of movies, after movies, like can be 8 hours, can be, like 10 hours, some of them started gambling, some of them have excessive drinking, and some of them actually computer gaming, all right, and then some of them even started their online shopping, so they are now on a behavioral problem of having to online shop every week, which is not very good. So share with me here that what are the bad habits you have actually started and that you felt that you want to remove that. Want to share? Let's see. Okay, I think there is a delay. Can't see any sharing here. So you want to... Oh, sleeping a lot. I hope you're not feeling too stressed. Is there anything that you want to, maybe you want to change and move forward with? Okay, procrastination. Yeah. Earlier on, you were mentioning that. So nobody start something like watching Netflix too much. For Singapore, it's like everyone's watching that, You can hear from your neighbors, everyone's watching a lot of movies everywhere. If you decide you want to watch a lot of movies or do whatever you need to do, exercise at the same time. I told my friends, if you cannot stop watching shows, exercise at the same time, don't sit down and don't lie down and watch. Something that you can actually counter. YouTube, YouTube, yeah. Facebook, yeah. So if you are going to YouTube and Facebook, start your own channel. If you like YouTube so much, start your own channel, do something productive. Maybe your channel of maybe you're teaching something like cooking or sewing or guitar, or maybe camera, photography, whatever that may be, that would be good. Okay. So the reason why people suddenly have so much time and lack of wisdom to plan and spend their time wisely is just that because all of a sudden you are given the time and you don't know what to do with it. All right, that's the problem. And I also remember there was one a girlfriend of mine who said that suddenly when I won the what's this called, when they gamble, they buy this ticket and then they won some money. Suddenly the money came and that's it. The money will be gone also because you do not know how to manage the money. So same thing with your time, and when you have got too much time, you need to learn how to manage your time as well. So you need to exercise your wisdom. So it is time for you to make progress in your life right now. Okay, so this topic will come to actually help you to be able to transit that over something really positive. Okay, so you need to think, plan, execute those really well. So you need to internalize this, okay, and make sure that you actually apply into your life. Okay, so here are the 5 steps. I want to show you the 5 steps that you can actually 5 steps to help you stay focused and productive. Now, step number 1. Step number 1, you need to create new routines. All right. And when I say create new routines, sometimes it's not just adjusting your time from waking up. Let's say you normally wake up at 6 o'clock and suddenly COVID came and then you woke up like 10 o'clock, and then now you just adjust it to 9 o'clock. No, I'm talking about really changing back to what you were before, and then start putting in all your new schedules inside there. Okay, make it interesting. All right, sometimes maybe most of the time when you are so used to procrastination, on time, on target, you've got so much time, free time to yourself, you forget about the little things that make it interesting, so that it will encourage you to have a better routines. Okay, so that is suited, you need to actually make it interesting, and then that is suited to your personality. So it has to evolve around your work culture, your family routines as well. All right, and then add some fun to your plans. So in order to keep your sanity, all right, it's very important. You need to add some fun. Like my case, because I'm such a serious person, I have learned to smile a little bit more, and I also learned to watch some jokes, and then funny video clips, because why? I need to learn to laugh. Okay, so I need to learn to be happy. Though I'm happy inside there, but most of the time, because I was born with a face that is so fierce, so a lot of my friends were telling me, Gloria, I think you need to seriously consider getting some videos to learn how to be a little bit more happy. So I did that. The last 2 months, I was learning to watch videos that make me a little bit more happy and cheerful. All right, so that it will move away from my angry face. So depend on your feature and face, but I felt that fun is good. So try to inculcate that into your routines as well. Okay, so play your music, play your favorite music, do a little bit more reading, positive reading if possible, and then go for massage, get someone to massage you, okay, and then go for movies, and then put in all your games as well. I'm talking about your routine. You must put all these things, fun inside there, so that you will enjoy your routine, okay? Put in your games, the sports. Like, for instance, you need to exercise at least 20 minutes a day. If you felt that you don't like to go outdoor, it's okay to do indoors. Just do something that is based on your body weight exercise, all right? If you love to cook, then maybe you want to start cooking something with less sugar, less salt, less oil, perhaps, so you can learn something that is healthy cooking, Pick up a new hobby if you don't have one. That may even, who knows, you can start a new hobby that comes with a side hustle opportunities, all right? So it can be really good for you, right? And then maybe you can start photography, videography, making videos, YouTube channel videos, make it interesting, learn maybe to do some commercial, be a small business commercial for yourself or somebody else, or to yourself or to your children. Okay, so these are some of the very good new routines you can start together. Put in all your hobbies inside so that it becomes interesting. It's not just work, work, work. All right, though, by my case, even for me, I start my day very early. 9 o'clock, I will start my coaching already, and then sometimes I start my training. And I will wake up actually about like 7 o'clock just to have a mental health exercise. Okay, meditation is one of them. I'm Christian. I also do meditation, and I also sing. At the same time, I will do my exercise. So I do some exercise so that it will charge up my energy a little. So when I do training, it is full of energy. Okay, so do something like that. Then at the end of the day, I will wind down. Like tonight after training, I will have meetings again until 11 o'clock. Then I will start to wind down. I will do a simple exercise at least half an hour before I go to bed. Okay, so why do I need exercise? Because even though I'm standing all day, but it is still important for me to have this routine, because I want that to be carried out. Okay, so you can fix those routine that you want. Okay, sometimes I sit, sometimes I don't. Is some, I need to inculcate my exercise inside. So same thing for you. All right, you can do that. Okay, so make sure when you get up in the morning, you also must shower. Okay, because a lot of people stop going for morning shower because they're at home all the time. Look, life's still the same. You need to shower every morning, be fresh, and then to dress up for the day, keep your day, and then keep your night. So do not wear your nightgown to daytime. No, you need to change. No t-shirt from nighttime when you're sleeping and then wake up and the daytime you're still wearing the same t-shirt. So you need to evolve, you need to change, all right? So you need to break that cycle and create a new routine so that it is effective. So the step 2 will be monitor your productivity. We know that our productivity become very low occasionally because why? We are constantly staying at home. Once we are working from home or even outside when you're in office, the same thing. You know, when the situations are very dull, and then you become unproductive, okay? Because maybe too many distraction. It can also be because of social media, you know, that you become very not productive. Like my case, when I'm not productive is when I actually do multitasking. When I was actually chatting with my client, because I do a lot of friend farming online through LinkedIn. So I do a lot of chatting. Then sometimes I got a call comes in and I've got a call. And then I was asked to do certain things and I will put on the phone and I will do my work. Then suddenly I saw another urgent email. So I'm always multitasking. When I multitask, I realize that it is very hard to be productive. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Later we will have a Q&A session, and so that we can, okay, please tell me how we can work. Sure, definitely. Okay, so I'm going to move on faster. Okay, so, and you need to put a stop to time wastages. So I did that too. I have to consciously put a stop into time wastages, okay? No one else can see, only you. Only you can do that, okay? So only you know that you're answerable to yourself. You have to take responsibilities of your own productivity, okay? And we constantly scold our kids, need to be able to do more productive, don't be so lazy. But we're saying that to ourselves. We need to do the same for ourselves as well. Okay, this includes time management and managing social media engagement. Okay, allocate time slots, especially like my case, because I'm also building my brands the last 4 months. I've been doing, I've started my Facebook branding, my LinkedIn branding, and also my YouTube channel branding as well. So I need to manage them. So I allocate 3 hours a day just to manage my social media. Okay, so why? Because I'm not good at it. But when I'm not good at it, I need time. So, but I don't want to overrun my time. So I fix it at 3 hours. So whether I can do a little less or more, I will try to keep to the hours of 3 hours, not beyond that. And that is for business. And I've got my personal one, which is half an hour for personal updates, like somebody's post and things like that. So, and respond to whoever respond to me. So altogether, it's about like 3.5 hours on social media alone. So you need to allocate time and make sure that you follow strictly to your time. Not just anytime, anywhere. I'm telling you, if you're going to do that anytime, anywhere, you're not going to finish following all other people's channel as well. Okay, so you need to also have a schedule for your daily appointments, daily routines, weekly routine, monthly routine, and yearly time frames. All right. Then we also must allocate our time for our personal hobbies and business networking. Right now, everything is from home. It seems like jumbled up. Okay. So even my networking is on a daily basis. I need to know what kind of networking, because I also have my social networking where I have my wine connoisseur. I've got my whiskey enthusiast as well. So I also want to separate that from my business. All right. So you need to learn how to allocate the time. So I will put it like once a week, my time with my friends, my time with my business networking. So family and friends, same thing. Spouse will be separate time given to your spouse, your children different. Every kid has got one time of their own. Your parents, your 5 closest friends, okay? I always believe in offering time to my 5 closest friends as well. And then if you're starting your side business, you need to allocate like 1 hour a day to do your side business or weekends, all right? So it's important that you manage and monitor your productivity. Only you can do that, all right? And of course, the step 3 will be to instill discipline, okay? To keep your productivity high by being effective, all right? So it's not just being disciplined, doing certain things, but you need to also make sure that it is actually productive, meaning you deliver results, all right? Watch your personal health, make sure that you know what you are supposed to be eating, you know, keep your eyes safe, you know, keep yourself hydrated, you know, avoid junk food, you know, exercise time, you must follow it, and then look at greens, you know, like when you're always on the monitor, like every morning I will look up to the trees and look at greens, okay, and then get plenty of fresh air. Okay, do not confine yourself in the air-conditioned room. Okay, be honest with yourself, meditate, self-love, and then also care for others as well. Okay, then carry out your new activities as planned, as if like this is your new lifestyle. So in order for you to get used to it, you actually have to exercise your new routine for at least 3 months to 6 months to become part of your lifestyle. Okay, you will get used to good habits. Okay, so by establishing that routine of yours. Okay, then step 4, keep a lookout for opportunities. This is very important. Connect with people. All right, like now you're connecting with people, and then it's good that if you can connect more and then learn new skills like what you've been doing. Really good, and keep it up. And then when you learn new skill, if you can apply it, and then at the same time teach it even better. Share it with someone, mentor somebody, a younger child, maybe ask your kids to actually mentor somebody younger, whatever that may be. Learn new skill and mentor someone so you can share your skills. All right, keep a lookout for emerging global trends. Always know that there's something happening out there. Do not stay in your cocoon. Learn new things. Learn about, not about the bad things. I will always learn about what are the changes taking place right now. Okay, so like right now I'm actually observing a little bit more of the cryptocurrency because it's going up again, because I was like in the dip for a long time. And then I also look into other investments as well. So depends of your hobbies. You can actually look into global trends happening in the day-to-day lifestyle. Like I'm helping also some of my clients who are in retail, how to transit them over into online platform as well. So if you want to also hire a coach from time to time, have this person, him or her, to review your plans with you. Say like every 3 to 6 months, to help you stay on course towards having personal breakthrough, okay? And then to be effective as well, all right? Because sometimes all of us have blind spots. Having a coach is good because even I have coaches and I've got business mentor, like for the past 10 years, I've got different mentors along my my growth journey as well. So it's good to have that and then gain new ideas. And most importantly, take action, all right? Whatever you plan, please take action, all right? Now, the last one is whatever that you're doing, please contribute back to the society, okay? Help someone today. Whether it is, right now, what happened? I'm going to start this movement, which is called, how do you actually start your micro business, right? For families of children with disabilities. Why? Because I have my second daughter is brain handicapped, and I felt that I want to contribute back to the society by offering that, because a lot of them are single parent income, and some of them even lost their jobs. So I want them to actually start something that is the side hustle that can sustain the family's income. So things like that. Do something great and effective so that when you share your knowledge, right, wealth and resources, you will feel good about yourself. Okay, if no matter how little, just help someone. Whether it is through knowledge, sharing of your time, do something, to help someone, okay? Be conscious about that, all right? So that will end the steps that I'm actually sharing with all of you. Now we can go into the Q&A. Any questions that you want to ask me? Okay, let's see, 10 minutes more, okay. Is it possible to convert hardship into opportunities during the crisis? Yes, absolutely, you can. You see, when there is hardship, your mind starts to think, all right? When your mind starts to think, you will also be able to fight, fight for survival. So this is when you can actually turn it into, you can actually find opportunity in such crises. Now, what you need to know what exactly they are. If you do not know how to get out of the situation, it's also very hard. So that's why I said it is good to find advice and get someone to help you. But like a few of my friends, what they did was, they have got no idea. So when it came to me, Gloria, how, my husband lost his job and I've never worked for so long. I said, okay, you know what? Let's find something that we can actually do together. So I went on to Zoom together with her. We went on the online Google search and see what she can do. And she discovered something new for herself. Any more questions? Let me see. Okay, any more questions? Yeah.
Hello.
Actually,
Yes, good evening, ma'am. Arvind here. So let me read out the questions for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So the next question is from Mr. Manish Goenka, and he is a very active participant in your session and also in every other session.
Yes.
And he's also into NLP, and he's a very popular corporate trainer. So his question is that change is permanent and every change needs some investment in a professional way to make survival. In many cases, the person might not have much on savings or running capital to get adopted to that change. So his question is how effectively we can stabilize our mind in case of money management, so that in case of any change, we can at least make our thoughts still active to earn revenue. So this is the question.
Okay. All right. So in terms of investment, when you don't have much capital, yes, it may be a little bit hard. So what happened is that start selling something from your home. Okay. So I'd like to actually share with you also that what I did was actually sell a lot of my things. Okay. Actually, it didn't come to my mind. It was my helper who come and tell me that, Mom, you've got so many clothes. Why don't you start selling your clothes? Really, you want to buy my clothes? I said, okay. So she take out whatever she wants to sell. She started selling. She sold my handbag. She sold my clothing, because why? I came home from Thailand and I found out the house were too congested. So, and I felt I want to remove some and clear some clutter, right? So she decided to actually help me to sell the things for my house. And I'm selling my old bicycles. I sell my shades. Sell something. Go online and sell something. There'll be somebody who needs it. All right. So we don't know. Sell online so that you can actually move your product and then make some money out of it. Okay. And then the other one alternative is if you've got a car, I'm not sure about the rules, whether it applies the same thing in India. It's that you can actually drive Grab, make income, make some money there. Okay, or like in hometown, my parents still live in Malaysia with a piece of small land. So what happened is that they are actually selling vegetables and eggs. Okay, why? Because the chicken lay a lot of eggs, so she's starting to sell to the neighbors. Okay, and also fresh vegetable. This is from her own farm. So do something. Okay, so because I think the sharing that you put in the chat is a little bit slow, so you may want to read out to me what other questions later on. So in order for you to have the capital, because in chicken situation, you need to first sell something to get an income, or somebody should go and do part-time job elsewhere so that they can actually online part-time jobs. Like I've engaged a virtual salesperson to help me friend farm. I also engage a salesperson or digital person who actually help me to do social media posting as well. So there will always be needs out there. You just need to be seen and heard, and someone must know that you're doing this. You need to make announcement so that people out there knows that you're in this business. All right, can be anything. I'm not sure if this answered the question.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your input. And the next question coming up from Mr. Munna Pal. How to choose right opportunities in this crisis time?
Okay, how do you choose opportunities in this crisis time? Opportunities, definitely, you need to find something that is mass market, meaning a lot of people can afford it. Okay, the general public can afford it. Okay, number two is if you can, that without leaving home, you can get this product. All right. So without leaving home, I'm talking about you can sell it online, buy it online, and then by phone calls. For instance, like I was actually doing a pro bono talk to Malaysian Thai Chambers of Commerce. So they are a group of all the business owners who are already above 70 years old. So they were asking me, Gloria, I'm just thinking, what else can I do at my age? I told them, okay, what do you feel like doing? Then they said that I'm not sure because I'm not familiar with the digital platform. So I said, would you like to learn? So I said, can you go and Google and learn for free? So they did that. So they started to set up their Google for how to start a Facebook group and things like that. And at the same time, they started to find opportunities from friends. All right. And what happened was that they're now supplying coffee into sachet packets, right? And distribute it to their own vicinity within 20 kilometers. So they work with a motorbike guy and then who deliver all this coffee to homes. So find things that is relevant to the day-to-day life of individual. That is something which they will want to consume on a daily basis, or they may want to use it. So these are opportunities, either your own vicinity on your area or online platforms to be able to sell it elsewhere. Would that answer the question?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So next
Okay.
question is by Bhageshri, ma'am. So
Mhm.
she says that, ma'am, I built 2 new hobbies, reading good books and making videos. But due to my laziness and procrastination, after few days I stopped. So please tell me, how can I work on it?
Okay. So this one is only the power of your own mindset. So you just need to put a price tag to whatever you're doing. Let's say you procrastinate. I always look at the cost of me by my age because I'm coming 50. So I keep telling myself, how much time can I procrastinate? Do I still have a lot of time for myself? I only have the next 10 years to do whatever I want to do. So every minute matters to me. So it depends. If you're really young, then it's okay. If you feel that it is not important for you, not important enough for you, means this thing is not something that you're passionate about. So find something that you're passionate in. Like my case, it's to actually coach and then build another generation of people with the ability to help other generations. So, and I believe in building leaders as well. So I want to be able to touch lives. I want to be able to impact somebody's life. So at least for the fact that at my funeral, I know that I have fulfilled my life to the max, and fulfill meaning, that I have touched so many lives that they will miss me on earth if I'm no longer around. So you need to find something passionate for yourself. What is that going to be? If you're procrastinating, meaning it's not passionate enough, you need to find something even more passionate. How is that?
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for your input. And I think we are done with the questions.
Yeah,
And
no more questions?
no more questions.
Maybe I'd like all of you to share, put it down. Like there are 3 things that you're going to do for yourself after tonight. What would that be? At least when you leave this place, we still have some minutes, that I want to see what are the things that you want to do. Okay. Bigger plans. What would be your bigger plans? New hobby, self-development, yes. Speaking of self-development, I'm going to share my next screen that write to me so that when my book is ready, because I'm coming out with this new book, get your copy of of this book of mine, Sales is a Hunger Game. Are you ready? Because I'm actually a salesperson for about 20 years. So it's my area of expertise as well. So this book will be out before Christmas. I'm not sure whether I'm going to sell or whether I'm going to give it away. So write to me in the email. You can also search for me as well. Yeah, so all this recording, that's right. So these are some self-development for yourself too. Write poetry and then teaching. Yeah, that's amazing. Find new ways of learning, find opportunities to earn more. Yep. There are always opportunities to make more money, okay? Whether small ways or big ways. I want to give you tips. All of you can consider this thing. Always start something also that is possible that cater to the young generation, meaning like babies, all right, or infant care, babies, whatever that may be relating to the kids. And the other one is actually aging population. As you know, increasingly the aging population is going to grow bigger and bigger, so there'll be a huge market for them. What would that be? Okay, so there are many businesses that you can go into. In fact, there are a lot of people who came to me, Gloria, I want to start something for the aging population. Adult diapers, adult slippers in the house, carrier, even like a hanky, all these are for aging population. And then maybe supplements, so supplements is a good thing to go into right now, because no matter what, the aging population are afraid of losing their life, some of them. So they will want to go into supplements as well. So there are many things that you can go into. All right. So what else? Writing poetry is amazing. What is required as well? There are many people in Asia, Thai people and Malaysians and also Vietnamese. They need someone who can write English for them and become their ghost writers. Okay, if you could, it would be good. Ghost writers for books.
Okay, ma'am. I think we have one more question, one last question. That is, due to the job and family responsibility, how can I manage the hobby of writing? So this question has been asked by Rojalin ma'am.
Okay, so hobby of writing is amazing. So what happened is that if you can write at least an hour a day, write an hour a day, or if you can't find an hour a day, at least write 15 minutes a day. You will finish your book, and make sure you do that consistently. Whether it is during lunchtime, whether it is early in the morning, wake up 15 minutes earlier to write, or before you sleep, the last 15 minutes of your day, start writing something and then put it down there and then rest it. Then the next day you continue. It's very, it is, once you finish your book, you will know what I'm talking about. You will feel so much of fulfillment and you will be so proud of yourself. And that is your new courage for you to move forward. All right. So it's very important that you finish this book because it's what you want to do.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your input, ma'am.
Yeah.
And it was great having you. And I think it's time to wrap up. So thank you so much, Gloria ma'am, for accepting our request and delivering such a wonderful session. It was indeed a very powerful and enlightening session, honestly. And to add more, I would like to say, I would again like to thank you for being so generous to share your time with us. It means a lot. And it's indeed a privilege and honor to have you in this platform. And I'd like to say another thing that the topic's name is staying focused and productive during the time of crisis. And if I talk about this particular session, it was a productive one, no doubt. And all the participants were completely focused in your session right from the starting till the end. The evidence is the chat box. The people were involved. They're sharing their ideas, thoughts, questions. So thank you so much, ma'am, for keeping our audience engaged.
Yes,
And
likewise.
yeah, thank
I
you.
want to thank you as well, Alvin, for moderating this as well. And I really would like to also thank L&D for the opportunity to speak here. So stay in touch. You know how to get me. All my contact details are there. So yeah, we will connect. We will stay connected.
Yeah. So one last line for you, that is keep coming again and again and keep enlightening us in this way.
Yes, I would. I'll be happy to do that.
Yeah. And viewers, let me tell you that L&D Global Bhubaneswar promises to bring in such kind of productive sessions even in future. So stay tuned. And with this, I would also like to thank our chapter director, Mr. Raja Singh, our L&D program committee led by Mr. Jasoban Singlal, and also the other members like Parshuram Das sir, who helped us connect with Gloria ma'am. And thank you, Mr. Preeta, for giving such a wonderful introduction. And apart from that, I'd like to thank all the teams, all the core committee members for making it possible for such a wonderful session. Without you guys, it won't have been completed with such perfection. So thanks. And also a big thanks to all the audience for staying so active. And one more thing, let me just summarize the key points highlighted in this session so that our viewers can learn and implement in their real lives right from today onwards. So ma'am talked about taking responsibilities without giving excuses and blames. She talked about love for family, how well we can be compassionate and how well we can communicate with others, especially our partners, so that the harmony is maintained in our homes. And she also talked about health. Yes, we all know that health is wealth. So we need to take care of our health. We need to give more emphasis on our health. And she also talked about we should discuss with our family members, with our friends, especially with our close ones regarding the income sources, especially during this crisis period. And she also talked about one very interesting thing, which I will be probably implementing. I'm sure along with me, all the other viewers are also going to implement this. She talked about converting the platforms like YouTube and Facebook into productive platforms. Even Netflix platforms can also be converted into productive. Like we can learn acting, we can do analysis, we can do a lot of movie reviews. Okay, so I'm very happy that we got to know that people not only in India, but also outside India and Singapore also. People are connected with these OTT platforms like Netflix. Okay, so she also talked about the new patterns we need to develop in our lives for our growth, for our success. The most interesting one, which I felt, was the new routine. And that new routine should be a very interesting one. So I'm sure along with me, all the other viewers out there, they are going to implement this right from tomorrow onwards. And second, you talked about the monitoring of productivity. It's very important to monitor our productivity. And third is, it's also very important one, instilling discipline, which is also an impressive point. And apart from that, you talked about looking out for new opportunities. Like the best example is today, we all had an opportunity to interact with ma'am, Gloria ma'am, and to learn a lot of things from Gloria ma'am. So this indeed was a new opportunity for us. So we are expecting such kind of new opportunities in future, and from you also. And apart from that, you also talked about contribution to the society, which is my favorite one. Yes, we need to contribute to our society. We need to help. So these are the points. I'm sure people are going to learn and implement in their practical lives, especially in this time of crisis, as soon as possible. Well, that's all. On behalf of L&D Global Bhubaneswar, I would like to thank once again to all of you, and a big namaskar. And now we call it a day. L&D Global Bhubaneswar signing off. Thank you.